Shalom, and welcome to Bible Stories as Blueprints of the Soul, your Biblical Hebrew podcast. Shalom, and welcome to our Biblical Hebrew podcast. Today, I would like to speak about ancient lore that describes the course of Tree of Life. The lore says that the course of Tree of Life is 500 years. If we will translate it literally or take it literally, it means if we now just start to go or walk, and we shall walk for 500 years, we shall reach the Tree of Life. But this lore, the sages who hid this secret in the lore, did not intend that we shall take this literally. So what do they mean by decoding the secret in this manner of speech? Let us say this lore in Hebrew, and from the Hebrew we can take off. Mahalach etz hachayim 500 shana. Again. Mahalach etz hachayim 500 shana. The course of tree of life is 500 years. 500 in Hebrew, 500. 500. 5 in English, 5 in Hebrew. Hundreds in English, me'ot in Hebrew. 100, singular, in Hebrew, me'ah. The word me'ah, 100 in English, is written in 3 letters, mem, aleph, he. The same letters, if we write them in a different order, we get the word ama, aleph, mem, he, which is cubit. Cubit not in centimeters or in inches as a manner of measure, but as illumination, a portion of illumination. So, what did the sages mean by stating the fact that the course of Tree of Life is 500 years, 500 shana? It means that every illumination that comes from the Tree of Life has the expression of 5 cubits or 5 spheres. Everything that comes as a whole into our life comes in the realm of 5, like the 5,000 loaves of bread, like the lore which speaks about the dimensions of the temple, that it was a square of 500 by 500, like the number of fingers of which we have in one hand. In our times, when a lady is pregnant and she goes to a follow-up check at the clinic, the doctors scan the fetus via ultrasound system, and the doctor can say if the fetus is okay. But 100 years or even less, when ladies used to be pregnant, there was no scanning, there was no scanner, and the ladies had to wait until labor comes. And in the labor time, when the baby was born, they could see if the baby had 5 fingers on each palm and 5 toes in each foot. The baby is healthy. This was the ancient perception about completeness. Another expression of the 5 relates to Beit-Lechem and the relation between Beit-Lechem and Jerusalem. The volume of the name Beit-Lechem is 490. We already showed this in our previous podcast. Now, the distance between Beit-Lechem and Jerusalem is 10 kilometers. If you add the 10, and this is in a way not a linear thinking. What we do now is not linear. This is why people find it very complex to follow. It's like a dream what we do. So if we combine the value of the letters of Beit-Lechem, which is 490, plus 10 kilometers, which are the distance between Beit-Lechem and Jerusalem, we get the full volume of 500. 500. This is why in second book of Samuel, chapter 23, David asked from his people, and he is sitting in the fortress, Migdal David, in the David fortress in Jerusalem, and he asks the following: who shall give me water from the well of Beit-Lechem, which is in the gate? And this is the great wish of David, because the distance between Jerusalem and Beit-Lechem is 10 kilometers, and Beit-Lechem equals 490, and once there is a combination of two, we have the complete love. This is why after people bring David the water from the well of Beit-Lechem, which is occupied in this time of the storytelling by the Philistines, David refuses to drink those waters, and he pours them as a libation in front of the Lord, because he sees the full completion in it. The word libation in Hebrew, nesech. Nesech. The word nesech is written in 3 letters: Nun, Samech, Chaf Sufit. Nun equals 50, Samech equals 60, so together they make 110, and another Kaf, which is 20, they make 130. 130, this is the 10 times love, or 10 times 1. David sees in the water which arrived from Beit-Lechem, which has the value of 490, plus the 10 kilometers, the distance that they did until they arrived Jerusalem where he was. He sees a full picture of the 500 of the temple. Like we said, the temple is a square of 500 by 500, and he refuses to drink from these waters, and he gives them, pours them in front of the Lord. The word is libation, and in Hebrew, nesech, and the value of nesech is 130, 10 times love, or 10 times 1. And again we see the structure of the complete picture. I hope you can see this too. If you have more questions and thoughts and ponders, please write to us. We wish you a beautiful day and wonderful week. Thank you for listening to Bible Stories as Blueprints of the Soul. We hope that you enjoyed this episode. If you have any questions, comments, or would like to hear more about a certain topic, just write us an email to hebrew@learnoutlive.com. We are always happy to hear from you. For more episodes, videos, and articles like this, please visit our website at hebrew.learnoutlive.com. We also would like to invite you to join our live classes. Just search for Online College of Biblical Hebrew on Facebook and start learning now with students from all over the world. Koltuv and Shalom.